As puzzlers, I think many of us turn to this hobby because it allows us to unwind and relax. It allows us to get away from the stresses of our day and just immerse ourselves into a beautiful image in front of us. However, when things go wrong with this hobby, it can leave us feeling frustrated and annoyed. Hi, I'm Sandra, the Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. Well, in this video, I wanted to share with you things that can go wrong when puzzling. You know what I'm talking about. It's that missing piece, that smelly puzzle, or perhaps you just knocked over a glass of wine or a cup of coffee on your puzzle pieces. Sometimes it's things that are just misfortunate, like your cat knocks over your puzzle. And then sometimes it's things that are like out of your control. You get a new puzzle, you open it up, and guess what? It's a totally different image than what's on the box. Recently, some things have gone a little awry for me in the last month when it comes to my puzzling hobby. Nothing earth-shattering, but stuff that can leave you a little bit annoyed or disappointed. So I wanted to share with you what has happened to me. So the first puzzling problem was around eBay. I've purchased on eBay many times before. I do it regularly when I see something that I like, and I was recently looking for some more puzzles that were 500 pieces for speed puzzling. I found this Ravensburger puzzle called Dolphin Cove, which was brand new, still in its wrap, and I placed the order. It was shipped out very quickly. When I received it, it was in a box, and it was also in a white mailer bag. So when I opened up that bag, inside was this puzzle instead, a White Mountain puzzle called I Had One of Those. And I was surprised. That's never happened to me. I have never received the wrong puzzle when making a purchase on eBay or from any store. So I immediately thought that perhaps the seller mixed up some puzzles and someone out there now has my Ravensburger puzzle. So I decided I need to let them know that the mistake was made. I may not get my puzzle, but at least I got a puzzle instead. So I let the seller know, and they immediately apologized. They said, it was an error. They just put the wrong one in the box, but they didn't. Mine is still available there. So she said, keep the puzzle. I will send you out another one with the tracking number. So now a week has gone by and I still have not received the tracking number. And I was just wondering, okay, maybe this person is just busy. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I waited a little bit longer and then decided, okay, I got to ask them for the tracking number. So I emailed them again and said, you forgot to send me the tracking number. Can you please provide that to me? They apologized. They said, oh, we'll get it out to you right away. They've been a little bit busy. I go, I understand. Stuff like that happens in the summertime. And that they would send me a refund and then send me my puzzle. That was my last contact with the seller. I have received the refund already, and they did provide me with the tracking number. So it says that it's on its way, but it's now the beginning of August. And I still haven't received it yet, but it should come sometime this week. And I'm hoping it's the right puzzle. It's never happened to me before. I am confident that it will be. When this happened, I was, a little bit shocked, and I didn't want to really write a bad review. So that's why I thought I need to communicate with that seller first before I decide to put my review, because I'm sure that this was an honest mistake. So I'm glad that they have sent it out. I'm hoping and I'm pretty confident that it will be the right puzzle. But that is what happened to me regarding this eBay purchase. But it took a while, but I think it's going to be resolved. So puzzling problem number 2 occurred while I was speed puzzling. So recently I had my team over at my house and we were practicing for worlds. We were working on different images. One of the images that we were working on was a Ravensburger puzzle, 1,000 pieces, called Seaview Lane. Now this puzzle I had in my puzzle pile for quite some time. I bought it at a store called Puzzles Galore in the UK back in December 2022. I purchase from them regularly. A couple of times a year I do a big order and they ship it over. So I worked on this puzzle. We're going at it, working on it very quickly. And then I started to notice that the bottom right hand corner, I couldn't find those pieces. I thought it was just me. So as we continued to assemble the puzzle, it started to look like these puzzle pieces were missing. And I'm not talking about one puzzle piece. There was like, it seemed to be like a lot of puzzle pieces. But then again, I'm not as experienced in speed puzzling. I thought maybe they were somewhere else on the table and I just couldn't find them. Now we're getting closer to the very end and I just knew for sure there are some missing pieces. And lo and behold, when we finished this puzzle, there was a huge chunk at the bottom right-hand corner, right where I was working. And it set me back because I was trying to make progress and I couldn't. And so it just threw me off. That huge chunk right at the bottom right-hand corner, gone. It looked like a dog just took a bite out of that section. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I was a little disappointed because I really liked this image. I was hoping that maybe I could glue it. It's a very pretty image. What I decided to do was first just email the store to let them know that this happened and if they can help me resolve this issue. So I emailed Puzzles Galore and right away the next day they gave me a refund. I did provide them with all the information they need because when I order from the UK, I usually keep all those receipts. And so I was able to give them their order number, the date that it happened, and the actual puzzle. And right away, within 24 hours, Puzzles Galore provided me a refund. So I was very happy with their customer service. Excellent customer service. I've ordered from them before and I will continue to do so because they got really great puzzles and clearly they know how to treat their customers. So thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't happen. It did throw our speed puzzling time off because I was so fixated on that section trying to find those pieces. And it was frustrating while speed puzzling. So those were two misfortunate things that occurred to me while puzzling. I'm quite surprised that they actually happened back to back. And now recently I'm working on a puzzle, a White Mountain puzzle called By the Pond. And a lot of those pieces are not cut all the way through. They are stuck together and I try to pull them apart, but I can't. And you flip them over on the back, you could see that the pieces were not cut and so I can't separate them. So that's now something else that I encountered. And this is what's going to happen when you're puzzling. Things are going to pop up that annoy us or disappoint us. The missing pieces, the smelly puzzle, the puzzle pieces that are not all cut all the way through. One time or two times I actually have received a brand new puzzle with the wrong image in there twice. Now, if you've experienced a puzzling mishap, I would love to hear from you. Tell me your story. Share with us what you've experienced, if it was resolved. Please leave that down below in the comment section. I look forward to hearing your stories. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. If you enjoyed it, please tap that like button. If you wanted to learn a little bit more about the rare puzzles that I found on eBay, check out this video that I created last year, which will share with you some of those puzzles that I have found. And until next time, happy puzzling.